Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Green Irene's Fibro Fight Series live Q&A. Fridays here at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm working on something totally exciting and new that I can't wait to share with you. So I'm going to wait for a couple of you to get tuned in here. Oh, I have to bounce back over to comments. Yes, this is live. So if you have questions while you're watching the broadcast, please don't hesitate to ask me. Now, it's my understanding that you have to be signed in with StreamYard, but I think they show up other ways as well, like through Facebook and stuff. So, and if I don't necessarily get to your questions here during the live broadcast, there is a good chance I will get to it at a later point in time. So, a couple of things. Hopefully, you're all getting set up there. But a couple of things that I'm getting really excited about sharing. And so I'm going to share them with you today. And yes, one of my lucky subscribers between now and the 14th of September will receive one of these test kits. Okay, so I will get to that in a short few minutes. Where? Oh, you're not there. Okay, so how we doing, everybody? Hello. So, all right, the excitement of the day. Hello, Ginger. How are you? So glad you could make it. So yeah, the new test kits are coming out. And they're not test kits. I shouldn't call them that. And that's kind of part of the problem of them actually coming out at this moment in time. They're more like sample spa solutions. So it's a different method of consumption for using cannabis to help fight fibromyalgia. And basically, here's the little gift bag that it's going to come in. It's a nice little cotton bag. It has some of my promo stuff on it, like my website. But you can use the bag later for whatever you want. And inside of that bag is going to be $40 value tincture right there. And that's to spray onto those achy, painful muscles. Because it is alcohol-based, I really recommend using a lotion afterwards. So also in the package will be some cannabis-infused lotion that I make. And yes, when you're part of the Fibro Fight program, Learning to Fight Fibro program, you actually get the recipe to make these things for yourself. And also included in some of the other bags will be the bath salts that go along with that as well. So a nice infused bath. And then when you get out of the bath, you spray down those muscles and rub them with that wonderful cream. The inflammation goes away almost immediately, and there is no psychotropic high associated with topical application. There, so that's something that I am going to be giving away to one of my lucky subscribers on September 14th. And I will let you know as I do that contest. Now, you know what? I should have checked. Was September 14th. What date is that? Oh, it's a Tuesday. So I will give it away on the 17th. Okay? All right. So on September 17th, I'm going to make a note of that. Otherwise, I'll forget. September 17th. Draw for sample spa kit. Okay, so that's coming up, and I wanted to share that. That's what's new. I thought everybody would be interested in finding out about that. I will ship it out to you the very next day. Okay, so that takes care of that information. Now, to get to some of our questions. Hello, Ron. It's wonderful to see you. How are you? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Let's get to some of our questions. One of the questions really inspired. So, yes, your 100% ticket is free to take this program if you're watching today. But your question actually inspired a new train of thought. The question was, is there any way that I can do this in a shorter period of time? I'm the kind of person who really needs instant gratification. So Hillary, I hear you. And I want to thank you. I am sending you the coupon so that your 30-day transformation as a fibro fighter to a warrior will be available to you for free, because yes, guys, I have scaled it down from 90 days. I'm bringing it down to 30 days. It's self-guided. I'm not available to you like I am in the big program. In the 90-day program, there's actually about 6 one-on-one consultations during that time, which include hypnosis treatments, as well as writing, aid in writing your own personalized script to help you. So, some of those things, those features are missing in the 30-day condensed version. But if you're somebody who is self-guided and self-motivated, and I can help with the installed script at the very beginning, you can get through this in 30 days, go, yeah, okay, I know exactly what to do, and then make your own battle strategy from there, which will, you might have to try things on for size. There's some of the activities or exercises that you have to do that you really do have to try on for size for about 10 days. Well, you can't do that in a 30-day program before you start doing all the detailed tweaking, we'll call it. So, Hillary, yes, there is a quicker, easier way. I'm going to help you. I'm rewriting the program now. Yay. Okay, and it should be, you know what? If I stay at it long enough, I bet you it'll be available in a week or two. How cool is that? I know. Okay, next question. All right, that's not it. That wasn't the one. Where did I put your question, honey? Oh, there we go. Okay, see, I almost missed them. I'm a little bit absent-minded because I was sidetracked writing this 30-day program, which is very exciting. Hello, Michelle. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so somebody asked me, what exactly is the hypnosis and how are you using that specifically for pain? Okay. One of the first things that has to be done is a reconciliation has to be done in your brain to be able to separate two very distinct types of pain. One, of course, you know what? I'm going to turn my sun lamp off because it's actually burning my eyes while I'm looking at the screen. Yes, I'm that person who needs that extra vitamin D. Whoo, there, I can see again without bright light. I'm usually turned a little differently. Sorry. Hello, Lisa. Happy Friday. Yes. Thank you for tuning in. So one of the first things that we have to do inside of your mind, and whether we do this in the pre-talk of a hypnotic trance or we do it while in trance, is we clearly define the areas of pain and whether or not they are acute pain, as in you just kick the marble end table with your foot and now have this big throbbing bruise. That is very acute pain. That is very real. It is in the moment and it's not going to last. Chronic pain is that pain that doesn't go away. Chronic pain is that pain that persists and continues time and time again. It's also the pain that starts to play on our minds. It starts to play on our brain and make our brain have very negative thoughts. If you're dealing with those kinds of negative thoughts that, this is going to last forever, why me, woe is me, if you're having those pervasive thoughts that, life has been taken away from you, there's a really great article that I published yesterday on fightfibro.ca. Make sure you get to it, read it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment in the section, in the comments section, or direct your questions directly at me through private messaging, whatever. So that is at fightfibro.ca. There's a really great new post about basically deconstructing the limiting beliefs that are directly associated with helping us help ourselves fight chronic pain, deal with the chronic pain. So if we're dealing with chronic pain, there's a very unique way in which we, and depending if I'm working with somebody on one-on-one, I will very much personalize the treatment program. However, doing things in a general format, as I am right now with you guys, I just use imagery because imagery kind of works for all of us. We all sat in front of the screen at some point in time watching Saturday morning cartoons. So what I will do often with in general to use hypnosis, how does hypnosis work? in imagery, what we do is we go in, we define the pain. We talk a little bit about what the pain is specifically or why it's there. Perhaps it's a lingering pain. Perhaps it's as a direct result of emotional trauma, and perhaps it may be as a direct result of a physical trauma. It may be post-traumatic pain residue that's residing somewhere in our body. And through hypnosis, when we find those spots through hypnosis, we go and we actually physically locate them, taking pictures of them and adding color to them. And then we use this wonderful NLP technique of mapping over that, using more imagery where we drain the color from that pain area gradually or quickly, or, however it is that your brain works to help you, because all of the tools that you need are already inside of you. I help you find them, and I show you different techniques that you can use to exercise them. And then you truly, genuinely can help you. And that means you're going to stay pharma free. And that means everything to me, because that's why I'm here today. I'm pharma free, finally. And, fibromyalgia is not something that's going to go away at current point in time. Doctors, researchers, etc., are still trying to find the cure. They're still trying to find the actual cause. So there's a lot of different theories. There's a lot of different suppositions. There are a lot of different treatments. There are pharmaceuticals that work for some and not for others. There are some that work for someone for a little while and then not at all. And so you multiply them, and before you know it, you're doing what I did, 93 pills a day. And wheelchair bound or hospital ridden or in a pharmaceutical haze. And if you want to live your life, if you want to take if your life, the quality of your life is being held hostage by your disease and your dis-ease, there are ways to take it back and to take control back. And using cannabis, hypnosis, and NLP is definitely one of the truest ways that I have found to do it easily and efficiently. So that being said, while you are in that state of hypnosis and you're draining all of these pain locations of the color, and you're taking it apart and you're letting it go and you're letting it evaporate away, when you are done in that state, you can recover. And as you're climbing those stairs back to, you've reduced the pain, you've turned down the volume, we've gotten rid of it, we've mapped over it with other genuine positive actions and game plans. And that is, the next time that my muscle starts to ache, I've got cannabis right here and I'm going to put it on. So you can even imagine that while you are in a state of hypnosis. Remember the reduction in swelling that you got the last time you applied that cannabis lotion. And while you're remembering that, your brain can actually, you can trick your brain into believing that, yeah, you just applied it because it's in your thoughts, so it must be. And so let's reduce that blah, blah, right? So hypnosis does a wonderful job of helping us to retrain our brain easily and efficiently. So just like when you were a kid, once you learned to walk, you were running the next day. It's the same sort of idea. You do it without thinking about it. You do it subconsciously. And because you learned it subconsciously, it's easy to recall upon. And the conscious, the yeah, but section of our brain, doesn't fight with it because it knows it's supposed to do that. That's just how we live. That's what we do. These are the programs that we run in our brain. And that's where the NLP comes into play. We can tweak those programs because, so in answering your next question, Jennifer, NLP works in that we write programs in our brain. We've been writing them since the day we were born. These programs started to become installed in our brain. If I cry, I get fed. If my bum is wet, I cry, I get dried. And we start to learn these actions, action, reaction. And those are, of course, the early years, but you can see how they evolve. So once we learn that, if I go, but mom, and then I got the extra chocolate fudge sundae. I don't know, but you get the idea, right? We learned how to run these different programs. we do them in a very positive way, like driving your car. When you first got in your car, there was a lot of things to remember. And now you pretty much get in your car and you drive and you see the sign. You don't have to think, oh, that is a stop sign. Now I must apply the pressure 500 yards before. You're not doing that anymore. You're running on auto brain. You're running from the subconscious because you have finally installed that program in the brain to run. And that's what NLP is. So what we do is we go in and we find out what's not working, because maybe it worked as a kid, but it's not working now. And we're still running the same program. We go in and we say, hey, well, that doesn't work anymore. And so we throw in a couple extra pictures and that just changes everything. So picture a pool of water. This is one of the NLP techniques. Picture a pool of water and you've got the colors blue and red. And every now and then things get shooken up. Of course, you've got a nice little stream of purple in the middle. And that's how your program runs. But if you decide that the purple's not working for you because you were really trying desperately to achieve a different color, maybe you're looking for maroon, right? All we need to do is go in and add a couple extra drops of red. And your mind already knows what it wants to put in there. It just does, because your conscious mind does not know what it does not know, but your conscious mind definitely knows what you need to know to help you. And I will help get you there. So that is how NLP and hypnosis help with cannabis, help with fighting fibromyalgia. It gets me so excited because in my mind, as I say these words, I see all these visuals, right? So, and I know how successful the treatments have been for me. So guys, I'm really going to be doing a major splurge on getting all of it out there that, hey guys, this 30-day program is available the minute that it is available. I am also going to be giving away 2 seats in that, like two of the units for free, just because I want your feedback. Well, I know I'm going to get everybody's feedback anyway, but I want to say thank you. I'm so excited that we can do this in 30 days because it is self-guided. So you're not going to get the one-on-one time with me in this new program, in the 30-day condensed program of Fighting Fibromyalgia Green and Clean. But you are going to get all of the information and the templates, the tools, the exercises that say, okay, this is what I've got to do. And then you can map out your own strategy. Maybe instead of doing it in 90 days, you might do it in 45. You might say, you know what, I got morning and evening to spend on this. Or you might find a certain area you spend a whole lot more time stretched out. In other areas, you just kind of whiz through because you already got diet under control or your bowels aren't an issue. I try to cover it all, and I really do. This is going to be awesome for you. So that's very exciting. I think I have time. Look at me all hyper, right? Oh, I want to say thank you to everybody for all of the great questions that have been coming in through private message and through email. There are a lot of questions that are duplicated or more or less the same in that they will get the same answer. So maybe your question wasn't as specific as this person's. However, the answer is still the same. So if you're suffering from chronic pain, hypnosis and NLP definitely work in that it helps to retrain the brain. Cannabis is a wonderful, marvelous sidekick in the capacity of achy, sore muscles or inflammation, trouble with the spine and the neck. There's a new article coming out very soon about axial spondylitis, which is very common among fibro sufferers, which is probably why if you have a massage therapist or someone who does massage, your doctor has probably already advised you to stay away from the neck area. Again, using a cannabis cream, like that cream that I showed you in the bag that's going to be going out on the 17th of September. I will be giving that away to one of my lucky subscribers. So make sure you subscribe at fightfibro.ca. Amongst other things, I am going to start giving away gifts. I do have a number of rewards for subscribers that are coming up. And of great importance, if you really like the information that I'm sharing, it really is in the very near future only going to be available to subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, you won't be able to access all of the information just because of the amount of information that I'm giving away and the quality of information that I'm literally giving away, right? I sell my programs, and if you're interested in a program, and I do hypnosis, so I offer services, I have books, that sort of stuff. This is free. So it's patience for patience, right? People were there for me, and I'm here for you guys as best as I can be, knowing what I know, right? Okay. Next subject. Those sore, inflamed, achy muscles, the inflammation. You did your exercise routine because you knew that was part of your strategy to help you start using the cannabis infused cream. It's really, really good. It feels wonderful, and it's a nice, delicate treat. It's like after finishing the lawn, you get to sit down and have a nice cocoa with cinnamon, or a nice cafe latte or something like that. After raking up the lawn, let's say, and this is your reward. Well, you can make this your reward. There's no psychotropic high at all. You do not get that whole fuzzy brained. You will not get high when it's applied topically in this capacity, mostly because THC, long story short, THC is hydrophobic. It will not break through all of the fluids that are in your body to reach the blood system, and it won't break the blood-brain barrier because of the amount of moisture or water content that is in our bodies. And I forget what it is, but it's a ridiculous amount. Like, we're over 90% water, right? So THC is afraid of the water, and it will not infuse into water, which is why you can't make cannabis tea with just water. You can't just put cannabis in water and steep it. It doesn't work that way. You'll get a lot of other stuff out of it, like maybe the terpenes and probably some of the stuff that makes it green and yada, yada, yada. So you get the idea of what I'm saying there, right? All right, let's move on. We have time for a couple more questions. Okay, so let me see. Sorry, guys, I need my glasses, middle-aged eyeballs, wrong ones. I wasn't sure how many questions I was actually going to get to today. Let me just see here. There are a lot. You guys are sending me great questions. That was more about hypnosis, and that was more about hypnosis. And that was more about hypnosis. So yeah, there was a lot of, like I said, a lot of your questions tend to be in the same arena of answers that I can deliver. So can you experience can I share with you what hypnosis feels like? Sign up to the program, right? I will either do a hit or book a session with me. I will do it with you, and I'll work with you, So if you want to try hypnosis on for size using NLP, definitely book an appointment with me. You can do that through fightfibro.ca/booking. And my different services and prices are there. You can also sign up to the 30-day program. I'm so excited about it coming up. And there is the 90-day program, which once again is booked solid at this point. So there's that. What are some of the other questions you asked me? Okay, yeah, I think I've answered that one already through everything else. Cannabis is a very effective natural tool. There's a couple questions about cannabis and why I stick with cannabis, because there's all kinds of other herbs out there as well. Cannabis is a superfood, amongst other things. It is extremely beneficial in nutrients. It contains all of the essential nutrients, minerals, vitamins, amino acids, fatty acids, all of our omegas. Everything is in there in the percentages or quantities that our body requires to sustain life. How it works with our endocannabinoid system is just phenomenal, whether it is in its raw ingested form, which you will not get high from, or its activated form. In other words, it's been decarboxylated. If cannabis has been decarboxylated, all that means is there is a molecule on cannabis we all know called THC, tetrahydrocannabinol. Tetrahydrocannabinol grows in the plant and other plants too, but it's just abundant in cannabis in its acidic form. So it's known as THCA, which we're starting to hear a lot more about in the regular media of paying attention to what's happening in cannabis. And that basically means that that molecule has an arm on it that doesn't fit into the receptors in our brain. Let me show it to you this way. You know what? I'm sorry, but my brain is working very visually today. So basically we have, and I've talked about this before, we have these receptors in our brain. They're called CB1 receptors, and they're abundant in our brain. This is not really what they're shaped like. I'm making that up. You know what? I need a darker marker, don't I? All right. So these receptors are crap. There we go. These receptors are known as CB1 receptors. Now we have CB1 receptors and CB2 receptors throughout our body. There's a lot of them in the brain as the CB1. Okay. The molecule of THC, I'm going to say, is shaped like this. Okay. It's not, I'm making it up so I can just make this clearer. Okay, I'm going to say it's shaped like that. And that's what THCA, or the acidic form, the raw form of the cannabinoid tetrahydrocannabinol is as it's growing in the plant and in its raw form. So it's shaped funky like that. It still has this little arm on it, which is an acid. It's a carboxyl acid, actually. Carboxyl acid. And what we do when we heat it, or we freeze it, or we, whatever it is that we're doing to it to activate it, we knock this arm off. And as soon as that arm knocks off, that THCA can now fit where it couldn't fit before. When it was in this shape with the wonky, it couldn't fit in our receptor. Get it? Okay. Or am I being a know-it-all? I am a know-it-all. I read all the time. Sorry, guys. You're tuning in. All right. So that being said, I think I answered all of your questions, or I answered questions. I gave you a lot of answer to a couple of questions. Yes. Okay, I can't pronounce your name. The person who asked me, how important is it to keep a journal? Very. Keep track of your progress. Keep track of whether you're going up or going down. It also helps you identify what triggers you and what elevates you, what puts you back into a positive frame of mind and a positive motion. We're always in motion. You have the power to make sure that that motion is positive and beneficial to you, to help you help you. All right, guys, that was a lot of information. Once again, how you doing? Okay, so I'm going to say subscribe at fightfibro.ca. Check out the blog posts that come out on Green Irene's THC. There's a lot there about using NLP and hypnosis techniques, as well as incorporating cannabis into your therapeutic strategies. Be sure to check out, be back here next Friday, and pay attention to what's happening on social media, because yes, I will be promoting this 30-day program really soon. I'm super excited about it, and I think it's going to help a lot of people help themselves. Get healthy, stay strong, and be happy. Take their lives back. If the disease has taken their life and held it hostage, or the quality of their life holding it hostage, it's time to put on our suit up, lace up, as boxers would say, suit up, as, I don't know, somebody else would say. You get the idea. It's time to put on our warrior suits and become a warrior. Fight fibromyalgia green and clean, pharmaceutical free. That being said, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I will be sure to get back to you soon, and I will see you here next Friday. Any questions? Keep sending them my way. Ciao for now.